because at the end of the day, it is your time and you are making an investment in the day that you're living in.
Always believe you were born to win. It's your right to win. Claim it, frame it, 'cause you were.
Time is your most important asset. Why? You will never get more time. Sure, you might see January 15th again, but you won't see January 15th, 2025 again. So the trick is to think about how can you use this day in a way that you're going to get the greatest return on your investment of time. Because at the end of the day, it is your time and you are making an investment in the day that you're living in. So what needs to happen in order for you to say, wow, that was a great day? For me, in most cases, it's about my productivity. How much did I get done in this day, especially if we're talking about a work day? And one of the things that I learned very early on is to think about those things that steal your time. There are so many things that are going on that will cause you to easily get distracted and will impair your productivity on any given day. One of the things that's a time stealer is emails. If you're sitting at your desk and you're seeing emails come in, once you start to answer one email, then it becomes two emails, then it becomes three emails. One of my tricks is that I have a block of time in every hour that I focus just on the emails. And if I get some extra time back in an hour, then I may use that as extra time for those emails, especially if I've gotten a number of emails, and especially if those emails aren't just informational, they are asking for something from me. So think about it. In any given hour, you have 60 minutes. So 45 minutes, you're working on the project, or you're in a meeting, or you're making a few phone calls. And the 15 minutes at the top of the hour, or the 15 minutes at the bottom of the hour, or 7 minutes in the middle and 8 at the end, use those and focus just on those emails. The second thing that I find that can really be a time sink is when somebody decides they're going to make their problem your problem and they call you with a sense of urgency. It now becomes a fire drill. Now, the truth is, sometimes you cannot avoid that, especially if that somebody is your boss. But one of the things that I do that helps me to make sure that I'm accounting for that time and it's not just an interruption is I write it down on my to-do list. Yeah, I'm old school. I still have a to-do list and I like writing it down so that I can cross it off. And I'll write it down, call from so and so at 10:30. Now I need to spend 2 hours following up on X or Y so that at the end of my day when I think about what I've done, I see that that was something that became urgent. It was now a priority for me, but it was something that I executed over the course of my day. So I should have a sense of accomplishment on the other side of that. The third thing that can be a time sink is meetings that go on and on and on. I like to call those unfocused meetings. Well, I try to make it my business, especially if I'm running the meeting, is to think first, what are we trying to accomplish? Are we discussing a new idea? Does a decision have to be made at the end of this meeting? Is this a meeting for the team to get together just to ideate or to have some type of personal time or collegial time together? What's the goal of the gathering? And if it's a meeting where we're trying to make decisions and it has been blocked for an hour, then I try to challenge myself to see if we can get it done in 40 minutes, in 45 minutes, so that I can now get 15 or 20 minutes back. You'd be surprised at how many meetings go on and on and on because they lack structure. Ideally, as a manager and a leader, you want to set your meeting up so that everybody gets a chance to contribute. And if you have somebody that goes on and on, then unfortunately you might interrupt and say, I heard you say A, B, and C. Those sound like the central points that you wanted to make that are relevant to our discussion. Am I missing anything else? And generally that person will get the hint and either stop or they'll give you one more important piece of information. One other time sink you might want to think about is text. Now, if you're in your office, question is, do you need your personal phone nearby with respect to what you're doing? If you do not, then my recommendation is to put it in a drawer, drop it in your pocketbook, but make it a point to look at it at key times of the day. Now, if you have small kids and they happen to be sick, or you have a parent, they happen to be sick, you might need to have your phone nearby. But be very careful that you don't let other texts distract you from prosecuting your agenda, whatever it is in front of you that you need to complete. Time is critical. It is an important component of your ability to maximize your success, how you manage your time. Do not abdicate your power to manage your time. It is your power, it is your time. Maximize the use, get the highest return, and go get them.